Barbara Hope, everybody.
Hugo, you ready? Yeah. All right. Beth? Dear?
Shrug away, baby. Whoop, whoop.
It's just a little joke. It's something that we do. Home is where the heart is. I heard that probably 5, 6 times tonight. If I want to tell a story about coming home or homecoming, I would have to define home, at least for myself. And tonight we've heard a plethora of what people think home is, you know, where we wash the dishes, where we can pick our nose and wipe it off on our curtain. All right. Home is where the Walmart is. We've heard that one. We've heard a lot of different definitions and ideas about where the home is. You know, for me, home is wherever I can be my genuine, true, comfortable self, you know?
Yes.
I've had a lot of homes in a lot of cities. Or should I say I had a lot of places that I lived, in a lot of cities that I've lived. But you know, for a long time, I never had a home. You see, when I grew up in the 50s, you weren't allowed to be this different. It just wasn't acceptable. And it didn't jive with mom and dad, and it didn't jive with my Catholic upbringing. It didn't jive with society. It just wasn't, you know, I just never had a home. Oh, I went different places, I did different things. I had good times, I had plenty of good times, memorable moments. And they were all great, and I'm not discounting a single one of them, but a place where I could actually be me. And here's what happened. As I turned 4, and I wanted a Barbie doll for Christmas, and I got a G.I. Joe, and it was disappointing. And I guess that's when I began to start drifting away from home. In the 1st grade, when I was told I couldn't like the color pink because it didn't match my gender. And what did they know? I still like pink, and it does match my gender. But I traveled further and further and further and further away from home. Because I got used to being an actor. I got used to pretending. Because when I could pretend to be who I wasn't, then everybody liked me. Then everybody accepted me. The only thing was, I was getting further and further and further from my home. And for year after year, decade after decade, I got further and further and further away from home. Until one day, I couldn't go any further. I couldn't get any further away from home. And I was ready to stop. It had to be over. And I tried to end it, I really did, but something, I don't know, something intervened, and here I am. And I remember talking to somebody. I remember that day when I woke up thinking that maybe I can find happiness here. And I woke up and I thought, oh my God, I can't stand it. I've got to shave my legs. I just got to feel those smooth legs. And it was like, oh my God, I'm a failure. And I went to somebody and I asked them what I should do, and they said, you should timeline your femininity. That's what you should do. You should timeline it. From the first moment you felt feminine to the present moment. And I did. I wrote out that timeline. And when I got to the end of that assignment, I realized how far away I was from home. And I knew where home was now. I knew where it was. I wasn't there, but I knew where it was. And for 4.5 years, I was really happy because in my apartment, I could be me. And then one day, December 28th, I run into a friend. And I said, you know, we've been friends for a good many years now. And I just want you to know who I really am. I'm transgender. But I'm not going to transition. God bless that little girl. She looked up at me and she said, why the fuck not? I couldn't answer that because she was right. Why not? Why not go home? Why not? I know where it is now. I've just spent 4 years with it. I know where it is. And on January 2015, I started to come home. And it's been a journey for the last almost 5 years. And when I think about my transition, you know, my transition is like coming home. It's a beautiful journey coming home. Thank you all so much.